Well, today marks the last days of the drain. A few days ago, Fit found out about our base. I don't know really how he found the quartz. Maybe through a quartz exploit, or someone told him about it. And well, a lot of people left right after way. He showed his video on YouTube, and now we are gonna talk about a bit about the builders and who founded the drain. And we're gonna record this together with Nita, who was also a member of the drain. A few people know about it. And yeah, to say about Fit, yeah, everyone is a little bit disappointed about him because he came right here uninvited and he recorded everything without asking anyone about it. And the first people who left the base were Jack the Ripper and Cainslaw, his former friends and allies who he based with in the past. And that pretty much says about everything, that no one really trusts Fit anymore, and no one wants to really be in a group with him or be around with him anymore. So yeah, I think he knows that we don't really want him here anymore, and that's why he recorded without our permission or anything.
Well, yeah, because he kind of came here uninvited, so I would assume he knew we wouldn't want him to record here.
Yeah, and that's about all we can say about Fit. We're gonna move to a new location and start a new base, and we have to give up the drain. It's sad, but it's happened. It happened.
It's really sad. I didn't even finish my build. Didn't even do half of it.
Well, we have a world download, and we can put it on another server. And yeah, we did only have 2 months of time to build here, and didn't even remove all the construction walls and stuff like that. But let's talk about how we founded the drain. I think Willie Roof had the idea about making a ocean base with a big hole and 8 platforms around it. And to say about the numbers, the whole ring of the drain is about 125 blocks wide. Is it correct?
Yes, 125 blocks wide down to bedrock.
Yeah. We set up the ring first, and then we built the construction walls, I think, so we could keep out the ocean water. And then we collected about 4 stacks of sponges, and was about 2 weeks of painful work to remove all the water blocks out of this ocean side. And when we tried to remove the floor with about 12k TNT, I think, but it wasn't really working. So we used Busty's bomber, and that was a really good working functional tool to remove all the blocks to bedrock. Yeah, and after we removed all the blocks, we pretty much started to build here with Willie Roof's sail building, or what it's called, the Institute of Agriculture, and my, I would call it Iron Cathedral, maybe. And we're gonna start with Willie Roof's building first, okay?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's walk over here. I hope we don't miss anything.
Yeah, so Willie Roof, if you want to give us a tour.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty much just the farming building pretty simply, so just the lobby, tons of colors, didn't really have any consistent plan for it. What I think not a lot of people realized was below this fountain I made a garden for myself.
And a lot of sugarcane farms, and the spiral of the wheat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that is the first kind of auto farm like that I've ever seen anyone make, so I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I don't know. I don't really have a ton to say about the building. I think it just kind of is what it is.
You set up your own small home on the side, which was a really cool idea, I think. With the small cabin on the wall side. I never saw something like that before.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like it. It's
I don't
really
know.
nice.
Everything in here, I didn't really have too much of a plan for it. It's just kind of things I thought of and just kind of went for until I was happy with how they'd turned out.
That's
And
how I always build.
the whole thing was mainly the farm for us to provide us with food, because we mainly went out to fishing and collected fish for food first time. And all of the stuff had to be collected and brought here. Took hours to bring all the quartz to this place, and because we're in a chunk that is already loaded, and we had to go about 3 or 4k to bring quartz here. So you could say about 18 stacks of quartz took about 6 hours or 7 hours to bring here, which was a bit overkill, but yeah, it was worth it, because we all wanted to play with or build with expensive stuff, expensive blocks.
If I may ask, how did you choose this place?
I think we
How-
just went from a dubbing area. We dubbed something 2 months ago, and when we were looking for a deep ocean biome, because we wanted to have a lot of room to make the hole as big as possible. And this was pretty much the first deep ocean biome we found close by our dub station.
Yeah, so I basically took digging the tunnel into my own hands, so I pretty much just dug a tunnel through the nether until my pick was just about broken, and just had the luck of, when I came out, happened to come out in this ocean biome with more or less fresh overworld chunk generation, so just kind of got lucky with it being what we wanted.
And Ahmed showed us later that there was a lot of new chunks near, new chunks. We could use a mesa biome that was about 3k away. We had some animals close by. It was optimal for the reason. It wasn't perfect, but it worked for us.
Okay, so let's continue.
The rest of the floors in here don't really have anything on it. I never had time to get around to fleshing it out, so it's just the tree floor and then empty floor up top, which, if you go up though, we should have a pretty decent view of the rest of the base.
Yeah.
Did you have any for this? Like any more than what you've done already?
The only other plans I would have had would have just been adding more farms, like the first floor of this upper tower, and kind of copying that in the other levels.
I have to say about the whole thing, we didn't really have a plan first. We just thought about keeping the bedrock there. And I think Willie said we should make some biome down there. I think with rivers and with some farms, animal farms, and I thought about the jungle biome first. But I thought Willie Roof's idea was better with the rivers, because the water flowing down would go well with the rivers that we're gonna carve down there. Okay, let's go to my buildings.
Okay.
I hope the video is not gonna take too long. The quartz flower was pretty much the second thing I built here. And I already built it at Asgard 1 about 2015, 2013 I think, yeah. And by this time, yeah, quartz was already a lot of dubbed quartz I had, and I brought my quartz to Asgard 1, and it was pretty easy to build it with all the dubbed quartz there. But I didn't have any dubbed quartz here, so I had to bring all the quartz inside. But since I already had a plan of the whole building, I just had to copy it here. And I have to say about the original quartz floor at Asgard 1, it's griefed. It was griefed 1 week after it was finished, so I had pretty much a reason to copy this impressive building again, because this was a building that I built out of scratch. I had no plans for it. I just built it out of my mind, and I was really proud of it, because I didn't have any plans or any ideas or any pictures or any copies of this, and I made it all on my own in 2 days.
I'm gonna look at it with no brightness on. And lighting.
I have to say, the original one had ice blocks as glass, and I had to use light blue glass here, because for some reason they changed the settings for ice blocks and glowstones. So ice blocks are melting very easy now. Back in 2013 it wasn't that easy to melt ice blocks.
Well, I gotta say this building is really probably my favorite building in the drain.
Yeah, I thought of it because it would fit perfectly inside.
Yeah.
We wanted some mixture of futuristic, fantastic buildings here. So I thought about it would fit perfectly in this.
Was it a complete copy of the one at Asgard 1, or did you change something?
I only
Except
changed
for the ice blocks.
No, I didn't change anything.
Okay.
It was tougher to get all the quartz this time. I think it took 2 days to... And I think it looks pretty impressive on shaders and when it's dark with all the glowstones. Well, next is gonna be the Iron Cathedral. I have to say I didn't have much iron dubbed, so I had to bring a lot from outside. I think about 1 double chest or 2 double chests of iron, and since I didn't have that much iron blocks, I had to make a lot of open holes here, so I could fill up the blank places with glass blocks. And I think it came out very good, because the glass blocks can fill up the blank holes between the iron blocks very well, without giving the impression that something is really missing here.
Yeah.
Because
I didn't even know anything was missing.
the iron blocks are pretty much just the frame of the cathedral, and yeah. I don't think I could build it with less iron blocks or more iron blocks, because it was just setting up a frame for glass blocks here. And I think if it was complete iron blocks, then it wouldn't look good anymore, I think.
Yeah. No,
this one
looks perfect right now.
Yeah, this one is the main building's balcony, and I wanted to set up some banners here, but I didn't have any time anymore. I set up some vines on the building to make it look a little bit less cold and I think it went right good with the green vines, and of course the trees inside, so it doesn't look too much like a factory or something.
No. It looks nice.
I used the slabs mainly because I didn't want any hostile mobs to spawn inside. But I think hostile mobs can spawn in slabs now. But it was a good way to make some contrast with the sandstone slabs here.
Yeah. I also noticed a trend in your builds, like these kind of staircases. Long and like, I don't know, like just going.
Yeah, and
yeah.
if you see from my perspective, you can see you see an iron heart inside the structure here, where the bird is standing.
Oh yeah.
And this was pretty much the floor where I want to set up the beds. This was my bed, and the other one was Electrov's bed, who came here on his alternative account Olingo. Yeah, and let's go to the basement. The basement took pretty long for me because I didn't have a good idea for it first. I didn't want to continue the iron block factory style, so I used the sandstones. And because I didn't want to use torches all the way, I used glowstones, so I didn't need any torches inside here to lighten up the place. And the big window is inspired from the Star Wars window in Return of the Jedi, as the window behind the Emperor in the throne room of the Death Star. And down here is the smelting area with all the furnaces, which was pretty much set up for making building blocks, purple blocks, coal blocks, sandstone blocks, and the netherrack and stuff like that. And the next floor was meant to be some kind of storage area for stuff that I didn't really use. And there's the second balcony here. It's just a little bit dark here because I wanted to experiment with the lava blocks, because the lava blocks have a lightning level of 8 and the glowstones have a lightning level of 15 or 16. So I wanted to see how the lava blocks work out as a lighting source, and it's a bit too dark, but it has more the ways of a decoration block than a lighting block, but I think it's pretty impressive to use this as a decoration block in a building.
I never really found any way to build with lava blocks. I don't really know what it looks good with.
Yeah, I just wanted to experiment with this gate here. I don't know if it really looks nice. It's just impressive when it's night and when it's glowing. Mm-hmm. And maybe I can find a better way to use lava blocks in the future. Well, this is pretty much the ground floor at Epsilon 15. And the bedrock floor at Epsilon 5 was down here. We didn't finish that much because we just set up. We have the lag machine over there. That wasn't too big. I think we only managed to drain the TPS to 3 or 4 when it was fully operational.
Yeah, I would like to point out to people who speculate in comments about how good or bad this was. This was a super shitty lag machine that I pretty much gave up as soon as I realized it would only drain the TPS from, say, 17 TPS down to 13 or so.
Well, if all the lag machines on the server were operational, then it would crash the server, I think. But we only set up this lag machine to stop the camping Russia from recording, and otherwise we never used this lag machine like the other people.
Yeah, others just leave it on for all the times.
Yeah.
This one hardly ever came on.
Okay, let's go to Nita's building next.
Okay. So my building is like not finished at all.
Yeah, it's a bit sad because I thought it was pretty impressive when I first saw it.
Thank you. Yeah, I just went into a single player and experimented until I built something that I liked, and then I just built the same on here.
Over here this was Cainslaw's island. He brought a lot of gold blocks here. I think a double chest of gold blocks. And when Fit showed up he took all those gold blocks again and ran away as far as he could.
Oh,
It's a bit sad. I wish I could
Yeah.
have seen what he wanted to build here. And I really like this combination of quartz blocks and I think it's a purple glass, right?
yes, it's purple glass, and I also wanted to use purple blocks at some point as well. This was supposed to be a tower that went up more, but never really finished it.
Yeah,
I
well,
also
maybe you can finish it on the next space that we also already plan out.
yeah.
It's not that much lost here. I
Yeah.
already think that it's impressive with this floating fountain here. And it gives off this Final Fantasy vibe, I think.
Yeah, thank you. I also wanted to extend the Mushroom Island because it was too small for my building, and then maybe build something underneath as well.
Yeah.
And I'm not really sure how this building would have went. I usually build stuff where I build something that I like and then go back to it a few days later and add something else. I never really have a plan for what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, but it can progress and it can work out well, like with the quartz floor I made, because I made it like you. I just started, and when it developed into this impressive thing that I'm still proud of.
Yes.
Okay, next one we're gonna look at Jack's place. Jack didn't really build something on his island, but he started with the basement, which was pretty much impressive as well. First with this place with the pillars and the Neverstone lamps, or what they called.
The endstone lamps.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and stone rods. So I think.
Yeah.
And Jack wanted to build a sky island here, but we went out with all the ocean theme here, and so he started something that resembled his sky islands from the past down here in the basement. And pretty much the most impressive room is this here with the mirror places. He used white glass blocks to make it look like a mirror, and he built a rooftop down there, so he mirrored the whole thing. And if you look from here, you can see the door and everything mirrored exactly like it's on top on the ceiling. I really like this style. I never saw this. I never saw this before, because the illusion of creating a mirror wasn't heard from my side yet. And I think
Yeah,
I wanna copy this style in the future too.
this is really nice. It can
Yeah,
add so much to buildings.
Yeah,
Jack is just incredible at getting minute details that make his builds look incredible just because of the thought put into even the smallest places in them.
yeah. And down here we see one of the balconies here, which shows on the dark bedrock side. It's not finished yet, won't be finished, but we have world downloads and we can place it on the Vault server later. And maybe someday we can finish it. The next one is going to be Burnsy's lighthouse. And I have to say, Burnsy was a neighbor of us. He was 3k away, and he found us by chance. I think we took out some villagers from a village 3k away, and he followed the tunnel, and he found us, and he was pretty friendly, and he wanted to build right with us here. And it
Yeah,
was lucky for us that he wasn't a griever.
yeah. And also, I feel bad for him because he didn't really get a chance to be here for long.
Yeah, but I think
Um,
we're gonna invite him for the next space.
yeah,
In less for 5 days, he built this. He filled up this island. He built this lighthouse out of bone blocks and obsidian, and he brought a lot of maps and pixel artwork. Also, this impressive door here.
he built more than me in the whole time that I was here. And he was here for only a few days.
And it's a good thing that all the pixel art is still here, so we can look at it.
Yeah.
We can
So,
see some old ones from dating back from 2015, 2014, I think. The 2BT newspaper, which is pretty famous. A lot of Benito Tortellini's artwork. He is a famous pixel art maker here. Some portraits. And up here we have a not safe for work section that we can show in the video.
yeah.
Um,
So we can just show everything else. Okay, and I found
on the top floor we see some older maps of I think Spawn and some older base. November 2015 Spawn area. It looks a lot different now, of course. Again,
Yeah, it does.
one of old Burns' bases. Yeah, it was pretty impressive that he built all this in 5 days or 1 week. And I hope he comes to our new base and starts building there too. Because he
Yeah,
put so much,
definitely.
he put a lot of dedication into this place with all the flowers. Okay, and then the next building will be Marksman's building. He's already an old member since 2011, and he was also a part of Old Town. One of the founding members who followed the group until 2013. He was also a member of a lot of towns. We built above 1 million blocks away from spawn. I think he started this building pretty much at the start of October, but didn't have much time anymore to finish it. But I think it looks also already impressive with all the glass, the two-color glass, and
Yeah.
the sphere on the top. I don't know what he was really planning here. I think it was just a private house. And
I like the spiral shape of the glass.
yeah, and he used some snow blocks here, so he didn't. He had to use up some quartz.
Which I think snow is a good alternative for quartz, so that you don't need to mine so much.
Yeah, and I didn't really know that snow blocks aren't so easy to melt anymore, because I think in the past snow blocks would melt when you put a torch next to them,
Yeah.
but I think they changed it.
I
And over,
know I made fun of him for his building looking like a giant golf tee.
yeah, and over here is Electrove's building. It's not really finished, but it's also cool with the black glass and snow blocks, which is also a great combination, I think. Everyone,
Yes.
everyone put so much thought into combining the right glass, dyed glass blocks with white blocks, if it was quartz, snow blocks, bone blocks, or anything else. I think the only one left now is Stupid Walrus, who played here as Positive Attitude, and he planned to build something down here under the quartz floor. Um, I think he didn't have much time as well, but I hope he will be part of the next space as well. And it was just a big cavern, which he filled up with diorite, the white blocks. I planned to build with diorite too, but now I can't finish it anymore because of it coming to the base.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we can finish it here. Most of the
Yeah.
people who came here were from 2011 to 2011. The Judge Holden didn't have time to come because he had another base in the Nether, but he's gonna join the next base. And well, XCC isn't playing actively anymore, but he was also interested in joining here. But the people who were here were mainly me, Willie Roof, who was pretty much the founder and the master planner, and Electrove on Olingo, JDW on Coach Mike 193, Marksman, who joined right with Willie Roof to help here expand it. Then I think Stupid Walrus came next with Jack the Ripper, and yeah, when Netta came because she wanted to build something. It
Yeah.
took a while. It took a while till she had the right ideas and to start something.
Yeah, I spent so much time on single player just trying to figure out. I built 10 different buildings before I actually found something that I liked. Cuz there was so much pressure around these beautiful buildings. I didn't want to build that doesn't really look good.
Yeah, I can understand it. Cancelo joined last, but right after that, I think Burnsy came, and then I think Fit showed up. I don't really know how he found this. Either someone told him or there was a cord explode. But since everyone else left then, because no one wanted to stay in the base with Fit or build with him, so we had to give up this. But we can, if it gets griefed in the future, if it gets found and destroyed, we can give away the world download for public and set up the whole base on the world. But by now it's still ungriefed, and maybe someone will find it and will continue our work here.
Yeah.
And that's all about the drain, and we are gonna move out now, and we're gonna show you how Old Town looked in the past and how it looks now in a few hours. Thank you.